The tale of Christian the Tyrant, king of Denmark and Norway. The year was 1513, and in the north, the wind carried the sound of iron and the salt of the sea. Upon the throne of Denmark and Norway sat Christian, son of King Hans, young but already known for his restless spirit. His eyes were said to burn with a strange light, part mercy, part wrath, and his reign would prove as divided as the man himself. Christian began as a reformer. He despised the greed of the high lords, the arrogance of bishops fattened by the wealth of peasants, and the ancient chains that bound the common folk. He dreamed of a kingdom where justice was not bought with gold, where the farmer and the merchant might stand equal beneath the crown. To the poor and downtrodden, he was Christian the Good. But dreams of justice, when wielded by iron hands, often curdle into terror. Christian married Isabella of Austria, a niece of the mighty Emperor Charles V, and through her sought power across Europe. Yet he gave his true heart to another, Dyveke, a Dutch maiden of low birth, whose influence angered the nobility. When Dyveke died suddenly, perhaps poisoned, Christian's grief turned to rage. He accused Torben Ox, a nobleman of high estate, of her murder. Against all tradition, Christian had him tried, condemned, and executed. The lords shuddered, for never had a noble fallen so swiftly at a king's hand. From that day they called him the Tyrant. But Christian pressed on, ever bold, ever defiant. He sought to bring Sweden beneath his rule and claimed the throne through the Kalmar Union. In 1520 his armies triumphed, and Stockholm bowed before him. The crown of Sweden was placed upon his head, and for a moment Christian seemed master of all Scandinavia. Then came the blood. Under the guise of reconciliation, Christian invited the Swedish nobles to a great feast in Stockholm. Wine flowed, music echoed, and the halls glittered with false peace. But on the third day the doors were barred. One by one the nobles, bishops, and knights were seized. Accused of heresy and treason, they were led into the square. Axes fell, and the cobbles ran red with the blood of Sweden's proudest houses. The people called it the Stockholm bloodbath. From that day forth, Christian's name was cursed in Sweden, and even in Denmark and Norway, whispers spread that their king had gone too far. Nobles rose in rebellion. Enemies gathered. His reforms, his justice, his harsh hand, all were turned against him. By 1523, the lords drove him from the throne. Christian fled, first to the Netherlands, seeking aid from his imperial kin. But fate was merciless. He returned once, years later, with hope of reclaiming his crown, only to be seized and cast into a fortress dungeon. There he remained, a king in chains, for nearly 3 decades, forgotten by most, remembered only by those who cursed or pitied him. Some said he went mad in the darkness, others that he endured with iron pride. When at last death came, it came not upon a battlefield, but behind prison walls. So ended Christian, king of Denmark and Norway, remembered forever as the Tyrant. Yet the peasants he sought to defend remembered another name, the Good. Like a storm, he was both rain and thunder, mercy and terror, justice and blood.